you're a Bellara fan, interested in romancing her, undecided about whether or not to romance her, or just tired about how some parts of the fandom just can't seem to appreciate our baby girl, well then, this video is for you. Last Friday, I made a video highlighting the ways you can tell if Emmerich Volkaren is the right romance choice for you in Dragon Age the Veilguard. I mentioned in that video that it was going to be a 7-part series where I dive into each of the companions, highlighting who they might be a perfect fit for, as a celebratory sort of countdown for the days leading to when we get the game in our hands. And for those who need the reminder or just an opportunity to squeal, we are now exactly 23 days away from release day. I also mentioned in the video that people should drop in the comments of that video which companion they want me to tackle next. And Bellara got the highest number of requests, so here we are. Now, before I dive straight to talking on my girl, for those who might just be finding my channel, hello, I'm Noria, and I like to talk about characters and themes and stories across various mediums, movies, TV shows, books, anime, and video games. If that sounds like your jam, check out some of my other videos, and if you like what you see or hear, don't forget to hit subscribe. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into how you can know if Bellara Lutare is the romance option for your Rook, starting with a very obvious choice. If you love a tinkerer, people who love to work with their hands, if you love to see or read about how their eyes light up with glee as they take things apart to see how they work and put them together again, characters who are enthralled by the magic or science of how things work, then Bellara is the right choice for you. She's a character who is going to be very, very, very good with her hands. And if that is something you like seeing and experiencing, if that's something you're attracted to in real life or in video games, then consider romancing our baby girl Bellara. I think she would be an excellent choice. But then again, I'm also someone who loves watching people work with their hands to see how comfortable they are putting their skills to use and watching in amazement what they are able to craft. There is an art to being a tinkerer, and we get to experience the beauty and joy of that with Bellara. Double so if you romance her. Now, if you're someone who found yourself in love with the concept of a character searching for lost treasure and a forgotten people, yes, I know. There are those of you watching me or listening to me right now who were big fans of the Indiana Jones movies and the Mummy movies. You loved the danger, you loved the intrigue, you loved learning about histories and past times. You loved learning about ancient people. You loved watching these characters find archaeological treasures, ones that have been lost for centuries, for millennia. If, however, you were like me, someone who really enjoyed these movies and stories, because trust me, The Mummy and The Mummy Returns was my life. But you always had it at the back of your mind that these archaeologists, Egyptologists, and treasure hunters were basically stealing the history of the places that they discovered or stumbled on, then Bellara Lutare is the girl for you. With Bellara, you get to see your Indiana Jones and Evie O'Connell in action with none of the guilt, because you know that what she's taking back is her people's treasures. that she has the biggest claim to what she's finding, and her discoveries are to take them back and preserve them, to give them back to the other Elven so they can have their culture and histories and forgotten knowledge back. And I personally think that that is so incredibly cool. Bellara Lutare is so fucking cool. I imagine her as Indiana Jones with Evie mixed with Nicolas Cage's character in National Treasure. I can't remember the name now. And of course, by extension, or just to further reiterate, like every one of these characters that I've mentioned, it means that Bellara is someone who would leap into danger in a heartbeat for the thrill of the discovery and what she could find, which personally is why I think the companion reveal trailer does speak to each of the companions in a unique way and tells of their characterization more than a lot of people initially thought. And with Bellara, she will jump into danger or be pulled back into it for the sake of the possibilities and joys of what she might find. If that is a character that calls to you, appeals to you, or draws you in, then Bellara Lutare is the romance choice for you. But beyond that, if you are someone who was always accused of being too much, too bubbly, too loud, too excited, too nerdy, too smart, too annoying, then you might just see yourself in Bellara. And a romance with her might just be the romance that heals younger you scars. Because these characters are also archetypes, right? And some of the other romances are about fixing people and being there for them. Don't worry, Lucanis' fans. Your video is coming soon. But back to Bellara. Unlike the others where it's all about fixing them and healing them, right? For me with Bellara, it's about, especially if, like I said, you're one of those people who were thought of as too much when you were much younger, it's about healing yourself. It's about giving yourself the love, the care, the comfort, the companion that you should have gotten. And yet a lot of people didn't see the value of that and instead turned away. With Bellara, you get to heal you. You get to be there for you. You get to support you. You get to smile at the things about you that others always seem to not like or want. And that is a good thing. That is a great thing. With Bellara, I've noticed a lot of the fandom seem to have a problem with her. She's an excitable character in a world that seems particularly grim. And to them, that makes her just a bit too much for that world. But you know who gets her? Who understands her? People like me, people who have had to struggle and deal with that label all our lives. And I say our lives because, yes, I have had that very same statement made towards me. So if you're someone who has always been seen as too much and who is drawn to characters like that for reasons that you get them, you understand them, you feel for them, you have been them, then Bellara Lutare might be just right for you. Because yes, I love me my excitable Dalish elf. And every time I see a comment where someone declares that she's just too annoying and loud, it makes me even more desperate to romance her so much harder. Because when I do so, not only do I get to envelop her in the cocoon and care that she deserves, I want to be able to stare at all that joy and happiness and giddiness and be content because she's happy. And so I'm happy too. And just in case this video series hasn't given it away already, yes, I fully intend to romance every single one of the companions because I love them all equally. And I'm excited to see all their romances in my very many playthroughs of the game. So if you're one of those few people who, like me, romanced PB in Mass Effect Andromeda and enjoyed her romance, then consider Bellara Lutare. I think she would be even more awesome than PB was. And speaking of giddiness, if you love characters who squeal at finding new things, who get absolutely giddy at discoveries, whose eyes light up with joy when they find something they've been looking for, something that has them dancing in place with bodies unable to contain their excitement, because isn't life wonderful? And isn't it worth celebrating when a piece of your history and a piece of your home and identity is found? And now you get to lose yourself, get to spend hours puzzling over it. And every time you discover something new about what you found, you scream a bit louder again because this is so exciting. If all I'm saying is already putting a smile to your face, then maybe, just maybe, consider romancing Bellara Lutare. Because she is a romance that would help you rediscover the joy to be had with finding things that make you happy again and make you feel like life is worth living. And there's so many things out in the world, even in the midst of pain and devastation. These things can bring you some joy. And finally, it's pretty simple, really. If you love characters with Bambi eyes, eyes that you can't look away from, that you find yourself absolutely lost in their depths, then Bellara Lutare might just be the romance pick for you. Because ignore what the haters say and look at that. Imagine those eyes looking either up at Rook if you build a character much taller than her, or down at Rook if you make a very short Rook. It is said that our eyes are a window to our soul, and if that is the case, then Bellara Lutare's soul is very pretty, very warm, and very kind. And isn't that something we love our love interest having? But that's just me. What about you? Did I capture some of what makes Bellara a compelling romance choice in the game? Hit the like button if you agree, or hit the dislike button if you don't. Either works for me, actually. And I'm just really excited and happy that you clicked on this video. Thank you. Just as I asked with the Emmerich video, do let me know in the comments what companion you want to see me tackle next. Like I said, I am going to cover all of them, but if you want your romance or consideration to come first, to see if I might say something that would help cement your choice, then drop the companion you want me to tackle next in the comments. Also, if you want to, please consider sharing this video with others, especially if you enjoyed what I had to say and if you think they too should hear what I have to say. It helps me reach a larger audience and thus helps my channel grow and is incredibly supportive of my content. Speaking of support, a huge thank you to my patrons who support me and help me keep the lights on. Thank you. If you would like to support me on Patreon and can afford it, the link to do so is in the description box. I make new videos 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Whilst you wait for new content from me, do check out the first video in the series, which is how to tell if Emmerich Volkarin's romance is for you. Until next time, do remember, obsessing over the things you love, perfectly valid coping mechanism.